What do you make of the fact that he says he misspoke?
Well, if you listen to the remark, kind of rolled off the tongue, didn't it, for him? I don't know if he misspoke or not. What I would say is that he seemed comfortable saying it. And it's interesting that he's being told to go to the diversity office, given how much Republicans are so anti-diversity these days. I'm surprised that office actually exists. So having said that, look, if you're someone who's been paying a lot of attention, as we have been, to the language and the activity behind Make America Great Again. A lot of that is also not just the bills that are being passed, not just the policies, but the language and the attitude. And so it seemed that he felt very comfortable using that term, and whether or not he says he misspoke, whether he really did or not, it seemed to have been top of mind. And as a result of that, I'm sure there are opportunities where he and other members of Congress or just in many ways some of his followers in certain rooms feel very comfortable using that term, and that's what's disturbing.
Well, speaking of diversity, it is part of what one of the amendments that the Republicans have put into this military spending bill, in addition to restrictions on abortion access, care for transgender troops. One Senate aide called it an ode to bigotry and ignorance. Is there any doubt, though, that the culture wars are here to stay, and they are a big influence in 2024?
No doubt that they're here to stay. As much as we may focus on Ron DeSantis' anti-wokeism in Florida, it's a cancer that has metastasized. It's not limited to one state. It is within our federal government. It's in our federal lawmaking. We see that with this bill. And even though it may get batted down on the Senate side, I imagine that going into 2024, going right up to Election Day, you will consistently see Republican bill after Republican bill have this same kind of language and content and intention that eventually gets batted down in the Senate. But that's also part of the point. The point is that Republicans that are in the majority are going to continue to make these kinds of policies and use it as a way to motivate and mobilize their voters.